Welcome to a video. Right now it is currently 3:24 in the morning. Man. On September 15th, Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. I hope y'all will make it a fun day. Don't got much going on, so we're just gonna go with the flow. Let me pull up the list. And we're gonna do the usual, which is the update per usual, and then the finance report, and we're gonna talk about the other stuff. So let's get started. So for the day, as you can see, man, on Sunday I slept at 5 a.m. 5 a.m. I got up at 8:10, which is terrible, and unfortunately I think about like 9:45 I went back to sleep, and I didn't get up until I think 11:30 or a little later. I got up really late, and I was like, man, but at least I was fully charged somewhat. I mean, or at that moment. But I did go work today, which is good. And get back to the list here. So I also did 5 minutes of meditation, TZ, Jijong, which is still not good, but I think it helped. I think it did help. The Hmoob 0, I still haven't worked on the workbook on my tablet. I'm still trying to figure things out, and it looks like there's no way for me to streamline it. I think I have to grit and just do things the old way. So for the work, as you can see here, I did 6 trips. It made $63, and we're done with the update per usual. So let's hop over to the finance report. Let me get the finance report. Okay, so here, no changes. So I'm not going to look at the amount I owe until today or maybe tomorrow, when my bank gets the money from Uber Eats, which is the gig economy, the food delivery service that I do for work. Once I get that amount, then I'll do these payment for the first credit card, the second, and the third, because those need to be paid before the due date, which is this one, 21st, 26th, and 28th. And I did make some changes, but first let's put the amount in. So on Sunday I did $63. So we made, oh my goodness, a total of $302. This is not taking out tax, okay, because we're supposed to take the amount out for tax man, but still have not done that yet. So for September we made a total of $691 outflow. Did we spend any money today? And we will see. The red is what is currently spent. So I put on the essentials. I did spend $40 for gas today. Filled up the whole tank, and I think gas is like $4.70 or 80 cents. Oh wait, that's for cash. Mine is 20 cents more because I used credit. So for the note, I did put CC. Oh no, that's my credit card. CC is for credit card. Wonder why this doesn't have anything. Huh, that's weird. Okay, so I did make some changes on the current. I'm going to show right here. So remember how the outflow was really big? It will show 675, but the thing is, I made a acronym for outflow. So this is the outflow credit card. So this is on credit, but I didn't put it together here because it'll be too much, and this current, it'll be too low, and that won't be the correct amount, because this is what is sitting in my bank right now, and it shouldn't subtract this because it's on credit still. So yeah, man, $378 on credit, $179 that went towards my bill. It went towards the essential. So the miscellaneous is the one I owe on credit, the essential is what I paid in cash. So this is I paid in cash, this is credit, and this is the total of these two together. And that's bad. So I made $691 and I spent $675. My goodness, man, that is totally bad. Emergency money, still nothing saved. Which we probably should put, I don't know, at least after the credit card payment, we'll see how much we could put in there. So yeah, I mean, it's still work in progress, but hopefully I'll figure something out, or maybe get some tips from my subscribers. So yeah, that is the status for the finance report. So let's hop over to the list and let's mark this off. Oh, I forgot to change the color. What color shall we use today? Let's use green. Okay. Man. The Samsung pen is getting in the way. Okay. You know what really sucks is the Samsung pen does not work on the Lenovo laptop, and vice versa. The Lenovo pen does not work on the Samsung laptop, so I have to carry two separate pens. Man, that really stinks. Anyways, so we did the, make sure I got the list on. Okay, we did the update per usual. We did the finance report. Now we're going to talk about road card for tooth and the gift ready. And I do want to talk about that a little bit. So the good news is I got the gift, I got the card, I wrote the card, and earlier I mentioned how I think the meditation, remember how I said I'll pray for the gratitude, but I'm going to change it and focus more on love, how to love more rather than gratitude. Of course, I'm going to have the gratitude there because we should always be grateful for the things we have, especially to be alive, because the Father of Heaven, He really doesn't have to let us live another day. But when He does, we should be grateful. And since I swap it over for love, I think I noticed maybe a small change. Because remember how I talked in my previous video, I said I'm going to look up online, write some generic message, that's how it is. Well, strangely enough, that didn't happen. I actually wrote a card from the heart, and it wasn't bad. I mean, it was good and it wasn't bad. It was just honesty in the softest level. I just wrote, you know, I know we don't have that much time together, and you know, I let her know she don't have to worry about me. Everything's gonna be okay. And when she sells the house, I just wish her the best and happy until the time moves on. So yeah, to me it was a good message, and I was grateful that I was able to write that on my own and not rely on the interwebs to write a message, to help me write a message. So I thought that was pretty cool, and I want to drop that in there for anyone who thinks meditation doesn't work. It works, but it does take time, because we could think we know, but we don't really know. Just like how I thought I knew emotional mastery, but emotional mastery is not holding it in, it's about understanding. So same thing with meditation. And let me swap over. So yeah, got everything ready, so we good. And let me pull up to the list. We got this out of the way. So okay, we got the SSD holder for the hub, and we also got the table camera set up. And let me show what we got. Let me pull up the pictures here if I could figure this thing out. Okay, I'm currently using a new setup because originally the camera would be on this thing, and I thought I could retire this thing, but I can't, and I will show why in a moment. So this is a tripod, and this is what the DJI Pocket 3 or the Osmo Action 4 will sit on, because it has the DJI quick release. But when I don't use the little camera, I could use the full frame camera on this thing, because it has the plate on the bottom to work on this thing, the cripple beast, and also the ZV-E10. So it makes it really convenient. But unfortunately, I thought I could retire this. I can't yet. And I'll show why. But the thing is, the new setup has totally cleaned up the clutter. And let's get to it. So here it is. This is, for anyone that's curious, that is the SmallRig, I think they call it SSD holder, which is the solid state drive holder. And it's meant for the iPhone, where for people who like to do filming on their iPhones, where they could put the hard drive or the solid state drive on there and then connect to their iPhone, and they could film non-stop. They don't have to worry about their memory storage running out. So that's what this is for. But I am not using for a hard drive. I'm using it to hold my hub, where it connects all ports, and I'll show that. So here's the front side, here's the back side. See how it has the little knob in the bottom right here? This is called a code shoe, and I need that code shoe to connect to my tripod to make the setup really cleaner, and I'll show why in a bit. So here's the hub. As you can see on the other side, the ports right here, the ports are on this side. This is where this plugs into my laptop, but the other side is the ports right here. And let me to the next picture. This is on the other side. As you can see, these are my ports. This is for my power. This is where the mic plugs in. This is where the connects to the, what is it? The Stream Deck. This is my little thing for the, what was it called? The bolt receiver for the keyboard and for the mouse. This is the HDMI. I don't have an external monitor yet, or probably don't need one. And this is where I could put my micro SD and my SD card. So that's the hub. So all the ports, I could use it. Before it was covered, and I'll show why. So this is, here it is on a tripod. So this, I could put it next to my laptop, and there won't be any strains on the port, and I'll show that in a bit. So here's my original setup. You see, let me zoom in here. So this is my twist grip. I put it away. Before it was resting on, my hub was resting on this thing. That's how my setup was. And I've been using this for several months, just like that. But as you can see, it's covering up some ports. So it's covering up this one, that one, but this one I don't use, so it's okay. So this is the before. Now that I got the hub, boom, look at that. Now I have space on the bottom. It's connected right here. And boom, it has all the ports open right here, so I could plug everything. Right now it looks kind of janky because I don't have the thin USB cable, so I'm using the thick one, and it looks kind of bad right now, but right now it's working, and it has cleared up the clutter on my desk, which is great. So there's one thing cleared out. Now here's the desk setup. For those that don't know or new, I need this setup for my other channel, because I plan to read scripture. Scripture is another name for the Bible, and I need another overhead camera. And the original setup I had was too janky. Each time I moved the desk, because it's a flexible head, and it would budge. I'll show in a moment right here. So here it is. So this is the one on the, well, this is on the left. I'm not sure if it's going to show up on this side. So this one is the janky setup. You see this little flexible wire? So one little budge and the camera would move. And let me tell you, the Pocket 3 and the Action 4, they are heavy camera. This thing is not able to handle the weight. But this could handle the cell phone. Cell phone, no problem. But the DJI Action 4 or the Pocket 3 is too heavy for it. So I got this setup right here. And as you can see on this one, the Pocket 3 is already on here. And wow, it is sturdy. And it is great. It is great. Right now I'm using it. But, oh yeah, let me talk about this. The reason why I can't retire it, because that one I'm using right now. So that one I'm using right now, that's going to be facing the Bible. And this will be, my camera will be facing me how you see me right now. So this, I still need to use this. So it's, I forgot it's a 2-camera setup. So tomorrow I gotta put this back out to the floor. And I'm going to need to readjust that to do the Bible setup, but I'll show that right here. So here it is, the sample for the Bible. As you can see, here's the Pocket 3, which will be facing down. I have the cover on it, and it'll be facing the Bible right here, which is on the book of Deuteronomy. So on my old setup right here, you see how it's turning like that? So if I make a little budge on the table just like that, of course it's not shaking because it's on the SmallRig table camera holder. As you can see, it's not shaking. But if I had it on this thing right here, oh man, the whole thing just, it just wobbles and wobbles, wobbles and wobbles. So those are the 2 things I got, which I'm very happy. Let's see, 17 minutes in, which I'm very happy. I did order some other stuff. I will talk about that on, I think I already talked about it. If I haven't, then no, I think I did, because I said I got the, was it a jiggler? And for those that don't know, a jiggler is a little program that moves the mouse around. Because each and every time I step away from the desk, or if I sit still for too long, the laptop will just either put itself on sleep mode or lock itself. And when it does that, it breaks my wireless connection, Bluetooth and wireless, and I have to reset everything, and it's annoying, very annoying. So that's why I got the jiggler. For the USB cable, I got a light one for the camera, which will be facing towards the Bible. That's for the one I read the Bible, because the cable I have now is too short. It's not going to reach. And my thick cable, it's too thick. And it's going to cause stress on both ports, the one on the camera and on the thing, because it's meant for the studio setup, which I had originally, but then the tooth said, hey, we're going to sell the house within 15 days, which did not happen because it's like almost 2 months and we're still here. So it's okay. I guess I should be thinking everything's going to be mobile. Cool thing is the table stand, I could take it with me wherever I go because it breaks down to a little tripod size, which is great. Anyways, and the other thing I got was another mount for the DJI quick release. And the reason why I got this is not for my cameras, because I have each one for my cameras already have one. I think I'm going to get it for the hub, for the microphone, and for some other stuff. Also for the Stream Deck. Wait, actually the Stream Deck is already using it. Yeah, the Stream Deck is already using it. Just some more, and I'll talk about why. There is a reason why. So I'm not spending recklessly. It's actually each thing I'm spending has a purpose. Alright, and that is it. So let's go back to the list. Stuff I still need to do. We'll go by this really quick because I only got like a minute. So I did write down I need to work on the Hmoob workbook, and I don't know how I'm going to do that. I put daily schedule. I put probably like, yeah, right. Like, yeah, right. But I still need to make one though. Yeah, whoops. Vlog, should I? I guess I want to touch on this one. Well, the DJI Nano, man, I think it's probably bogus. I mean, there's no really news about it. It's just YouTube videos claiming that it's already out. I don't see it. But then the thing is it going to have a SD reader on the outside? Because if it's an internal SD card, meaning that it's a card that cannot be pulled out, is in the camera, I probably don't want to deal with it, especially if it's wireless, where it has no physical connection to connect it to the computer. Yeah, I probably do not want to deal with that. I'll probably go for the Insta360 Go Ultra and get that, because yeah, I do want to start vlogging, and I hope that will make things better. Because originally I want to go for the Go 3S, which is a small little thumb-sized camera, but that's the one that doesn't have an SD card. It's wireless, and I'm very grateful to see there are honest content creators, those that have not sold out to those companies, talked about how transferring the file wirelessly took a long time. Because I know what he's talking about, because I had to deal with those in a pinch when I didn't bring any cables and I had to transfer the files wirelessly. Man, that took some time. Anyways, we are in the 20 minutes. That is all I have for this video. Oh man, I wrote notes on the the one right here. Maybe I'll share this really quick, because all the rest was like status update. Probably should throw something fun in there, right? So the fun thing is on, bring it back up. I wrote Hmoob cho pung yu on Facebook, means my Hmong friends on Facebook. I remember there was a commenter, also the commenter I enjoy reading, they both said this, but in different ways, how there are people watching. We may not know about it, but then there are people who are what's that word, observing and watching. So that's why we should keep it positive, keep it moving, don't be too negative, because that could be like dropping baggages, and don't want to do that. And I noticed the Hmong friends on Facebook, most of them were going through some things, because I see a lot of sad notes and stressful notes, how they're stressed, they're sad, just something negative. And I remember just posting every day positive, encouraging messages every day. And interestingly enough, and I also use a specific icon that no one really uses, and each positive message I would put that icon, and I didn't think people would be reading it, because it doesn't look like anyone was responding to it. And lo and behold, like 3 months in, I started noticing some changes. I started noticing people will write positive message instead of not negative ones, and how they were feeling better, things were okay. I even see people coupling up with other people, which was great. And then I think now it's like, what, 6-7 months in, wow, I see people using the icons that I use and writing positive message, and even making videos using the icon that I use. So yeah, positivity works, and I'm shocked that people are actually reading the little messages that I write. It's just like a little pop-up message, and I just write constant positive messages, not just for them but for me too, because I need it, and I just want to share. So it's for me and for the Hmong friends too. And that's all I have for this video. Sorry for bringing it too long. My goodness, 24 minutes. Oh, if I press the button, it'll turn off the system. Woo, good thing I didn't press it. So yeah, that's all I have for this video. I want to say thank you to all those that are watching the video all the way through. If you are new and enjoyed the content, please consider helping me out with a like, a comment, a share, and if you're not subscribed, to subscribe. And to all my returning viewers, thank you so much for your support. I'm very grateful and it's very encouraging. Of course, my mind is still thinking of ways to improve, not just the 20-minute videos, but there are other things I want to do. But man, I have so many things to work on myself, the spiritual side of things, the emotional mastery, just a whole slew of things. And yeah, that is it. So until the next, the Most High willing, hallelujah and Sinji Dua, and I hope y'all will have a great Monday fun day. Until the next.